Reality feels stable and continuous, a reliable stage where matter, energy, space, and time behave in predictable ways. But what if this stability is only temporary? What happens when reality itself begins to break apart? This idea pushes beyond ordinary physics into a realm where the very structure of existence starts to fail, revealing how fragile everything truly is. Modern physics describes reality through two major frameworks: general relativity and quantum mechanics. Together, they explain everything from galaxies to particles. Yet these theories are not fully compatible. At extreme conditions, such as inside black holes or at the beginning of the universe, they break down, hinting that reality may not be as solid as it seems. One possible way reality could break apart is through vacuum decay. According to quantum theory, the vacuum of space is not empty, but filled with energy. If this vacuum is not in its lowest possible state, a sudden transition could occur, creating a bubble of new physics that expands at the speed of light. Inside this expanding bubble, the laws of physics would be completely different. Fundamental constants might change, atoms could no longer exist, and forces, like gravity or electromagnetism, might behave unpredictably. Everything within the bubble would be instantly transformed or destroyed. The terrifying aspect of vacuum decay is that it would be invisible until it arrives. There would be no warning, no signal traveling faster than light. One moment, reality would exist as we know it; the next, it would be replaced by a completely different structure. Another possibility involves the tearing of spacetime itself. If the fabric of space becomes unstable, it could fragment into disconnected regions. Distances would lose meaning, and motion between points might become impossible. The universe would no longer be a continuous whole. At the quantum level, reality may already be unstable. Particles constantly appear and disappear due to quantum fluctuations. If these fluctuations grow strong enough, they could disrupt larger structures, causing matter to behave unpredictably or even dissolve entirely. Black holes provide a glimpse into this breakdown. At their centers, known as singularities, density becomes infinite and known laws of physics fail. These regions suggest that reality has limits beyond which our understanding cannot reach. Time, a fundamental part of reality, could also break apart. Under extreme conditions, the flow of time might stop, reverse, or lose meaning altogether. Events could become disconnected, and causality, the link between cause and effect, might no longer exist. If reality begins to fracture, communication between regions of space could fail. Light might not travel in predictable paths, and information could become trapped or lost. The universe would become a collection of isolated fragments rather than a connected system. Dark energy might also play a role. If it grows stronger, it could stretch space to the point where structures can no longer hold together. This could lead to a cosmic scale breakdown, where galaxies, stars, and even atoms are pulled apart. 12. In such a scenario, matter itself would cease to exist in its current form. Atoms would break into particles, and particles might lose their identity, stable entities. The building blocks of reality would dissolve into something unknown. Some theories suggest that reality is not fundamental, but emerges from deeper principles, such as quantum information. If these underlying structures fail, the reality we experience could collapse, revealing a more basic layer of existence. Observers, if any could remain, would witness impossible distortions. Objects might stretch, fragment, or vanish. The universe would no longer behave according to any familiar rules, making observation itself unreliable. As the breakdown continues, the distinction between space, time, and matter would blur. Reality would transition into a state that cannot be described using current physics, a chaotic and unstable condition beyond comprehension. What happens when reality finally breaks apart is not simply destruction. It is the end of the framework that defines existence. Beyond that point lies something unknown, a new form of reality, or perhaps nothing at all, marking the ultimate boundary of human understanding.